Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me get everything situated here. All right. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was just in a trade there. Little price discovery continuation breakout to the downside. A lot of good trades this morning already. Look at that back test. This is a gray area. This is the low volume node from yesterday. Okay. Also coinciding with lower band. Once we broke, we back tested, and now we might go lower. So excellent trading opportunities so far this morning. Hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully, if you've traded pre-market or the open, you're trading safe out there. Good morning, JP, Tony. Good morning, Smart Crashers, Smith, Swag. Welcome to your first stream. Let's go. Bojan, Zelos, Eric, Lager. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday morning. We just gave up pretty much all the Globex gains right there. We are about flat on the NASDAQ now, and we're about down spot 08 on the S&P. Slow sell-off, but lots of really nice shorting opportunities. And there will be hopefully a lot of opportunities today. I'm going to go over my trades here shortly. But I hit $512 in my live account, my cash account. It's a nice little payday for me. Just real quick, hit $750 in the top one and $1,000 in my top steps type 5. Just crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. So what trades do we take this morning? All right, the first trade, let's blow this up a little bit, was going to be out of the open. All right. Why did I have conviction out of the open? Well, we had a solid fade value area extreme to the upper band, and we were having a clear sell-off, probably heading back to VWAP. So my first trade was a short out of the open, a little bit of a dip, pullback, short, covered at VWAP. All right. That was a good 10 points, 15 points. Just a heads up. We broke VWAP, back tested short. That was my second trade. That put me at profit target in my cash account, those two trades. My next trade was in my top one futures account. That was off of lower band here, which we had confluence on the higher time frame. We have a low volume node from yesterday right there at about 895, which coincided pretty closely with lower band, which was at about 890. We touched lower band to the tick. I got in few minis and hit profit target in my top one in just a few trades. Just one trade. One trade. And then I've been shorting this distribution we've formed so far. Value area extreme. Right, top of this distribution, value area high, VWAP confluence short. Down to this level, lower band. Caught a little breakout below lower band, back test, down, which I just had said when I started this stream, is that I was looking at a back test short. So if anybody grabbed that, good job. Random, you need to make sure you click on the speaker screen. All right, welcome everybody to your first stream. Excited to have you here this morning. We caught some nice shorts so far, and we're still going down. So if anybody caught that back test right there, nice short to be in. Good morning, Tamara. Good morning, Wakas, Gerhardos. Right, welcome everybody to your first stream. And we're going to see what type of trades we have for us this morning. Okay, I'm going to do real quick what Corey loves me to do on stream is take my money. right? I made myself real quick this morning, $512.56, and that will be in my account this evening. Transfer's done. All right, so I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go into my Take Profit Trader Tradeovate account. That's what I'm going to trade again this morning. All right, let's see what we got. All right, I might lock myself out of these as well. Stream won't connect. Okay, I'm going to exit out, guys. We're going to try it again. Discord might be being a little wonky. All right, so I'm going to cancel it. And I'm going to, everybody leave and we'll start again. All right, guys, let me know if that works. Okay, good. Yeah, this is kind of like the second time Discord has had issues like that. Very strange. On ES. All right, let's. Yeah, I mean, this is, there was a lot of market orders and there's passive sellers is what that is. A lot of sellers are getting filled on the ask. So a lot of passive sellers. Anybody trying to buy ES right now is buying right into strong passive sellers refreshing on the ask. So they're absorbing all of the market buying. That's what I see there. So when you see a divergence like that, right, there's something happening with passive orders, limit orders, because the cumulative delta is just aggressive orders. It's just the market orders. So if you're seeing a lot of aggressive market orders, so cumulative delta is going up and price is going down, that means we have passive sellers. And if it's going down a lot, there's a lot of buying, market buying, and price is going down a lot. That means we got some whales getting filled on the ass. So, you know, we could have a pretty good red day. Now, that's not a guarantee. That's a thesis based on that type of behavior. So we will see. Yeah, nice short on gold here. Back test. Both gold and the equity markets are going down at the same time. That's interesting. Price discovery short. Nice IB fade right there on gold. So, you know, I think I'm going to close out of these. I just have to do another 1,800 bucks in these accounts. It's tempting to just kind of keep balling out here. Oh, excuse me. Allergies are kind of flaring up a little bit. All right, let's see what we get, guys. Let's see. Let's be patient. Yeah, Marcus, there was a great short in gold. Now we have an IB fade that you can try and catch. You know, we're already, unfortunately, a good 30 ticks away from that IB, you know, so now we got to wait for another setup. Otherwise, you're chasing. We are bearish on gold. We're beneath the weekly and the monthly lower band. And we have held upper band on the yearly VWAP. So I would anticipate more downside in gold. We're due a decent pullback on the equities, but that can pan out over a very long period of time. So looks like we're building some structure down here. I do not want to short a breakdown like that as we re-enter into value. Looks like we got some buyers. Next stop is like 850, 850s. I would like to see another leg down before I buy something for a scalp at 850s. So we're going to mark that right around here. So we'll watch that, and that's going to put us at value area high, value area low from yesterday and the other day.
Seeing Intel shares up 4.8%.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a little bit of a return to value here. The only problem is this line in the sand I have here at 890 to 895. We start trading through that, we can get back up to a point VWAP point of control. But we are in a clear downtrend, guys. So be very, very careful with your longs. Nice, Jody. That works. I'll be right back, guys. It'll be interesting to see if we back test here.
month for this is the Saudi Arabia to meet with officials on bilateral relations,
Damn.
peace and security of the region. That's according to Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson on X.
Free break here. I gotta get out. Doesn't look like they're making it easy on shorts, which I kind of like. I am worried about the liquidity sweep. They're gonna break the lows and then rip it.
Eurozone bank stocks hit the highest since 2010.
Took the L.
Last up 1%.
940. It's all right. We'll get it back. Coming back down to 850. I'm watching now. A little early on this one. This is kind of a key level right here. See if you can hold. A lot of buyers right there. And we just touched monthly VWAP. Ah, come on. And for a big trade here. Here we go. Beautiful. All right. That made back that big fat loser. Took a $1,000 freaking loss on that one trade, and I made it back and made 80 bucks.
Just keep an eye on gold.
That was the level though, guys. I mean, another great level called out.
1% now.
Should have shorted here. Bought there. But whatever. So I said 850. What did we go to? 849 and a quarter.
I said gold now down about 1%. And this still are now awaiting more details.
So that's an advanced setup. That's out of the advanced playbook. That's a higher time frame paid value or extreme.
But I said investors are now bracing for further fallout.
Yeah, well, we also just bounced off of monthly VWAP, guys. So everybody calm down with continuation shorts.
Effectively, advise each affected nation an extra 3 weeks to try to feel safe.
Don't just get sucked into the VWAP bands. There's a lot more going on here.
What those trade deals look like.
The bounce off the VWAP, the monthly VWAP is more powerful than a continuation short of 15 ticks, 15 points off that level we just bounced off of. I expect a bigger rotation here. Now let's see what happens at the band, right? I'm just saying we be careful. There was a lot of buyers right at that level.
Around for a bit. So it says Iran was open to mutual
850 was the value area high from Wednesday and the value area low from Friday.
Israel forcefully
Key level that we've been lying in the sand level. $850 was the value area low from yesterday on the session and the value area high from Wednesday on the session. Lined up within 5 points of each other.
Treaty. Iran has always been committed to a peaceful nuclear program under UN monitoring.
Now, I'd be careful shorting here, guys, because, you know, eventually we're going to get a bigger bounce than what we're seeing on the 1 minute or the 5 minute, right?
So just a reminder,
So
Iran's foreign minister actually says
you got some sellers at the band there, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I would take that. Unless we get some confirmation, which we don't have yet. All buyers on the cumulative delta. Going right through it. Yep, that too. And the VWAP is not very sloped. You know, we're kind of, you know, we got a slow, very slight slope to the downside, which has really only taken shape in the last 30 minutes. We were pretty flat going up until 10 a.m. Yeah, we ripped right through that level. If anybody held that VWAP bounce on the monthly, man, that thing paid. If you were able to hold that. Beautiful VWAP band bounce on the higher time frame, the monthly VWAP bounce. This could very well be the, I kind of like that we're breaking all these levels, guys. I'm gonna try and get involved here a little bit.
So Iran, in the op-ed says Iran has in recent days received messages indicating that the US may be ready to return to negotiations. And then Iran remains interested in diplomacy, but we have good reason to have doubts about further dialogue.
Beautiful. Anybody take that long? That was a quick 300 bucks. Right to VWAP. Once we broke this, conviction that we're going to the next level. Right? All buyers. Ride the momentum.
Iran's foreign minister actually says that we're also
I wouldn't be looking to fade this move. This could rip right up to highs. Wait for some weakness. This is all strength. If you're not going to trade this long, you got to wait. Oh, you faded it? Mr. Long faded it, huh? I did. I took a pretty big loss too. I took like a $940 loss on that long. And then I waited to get it in it, wait for the next trade, right? Which was here. And sized up on it. You know, high conviction level, monthly VWAP, 850 level. Wound up being a big winner.
US extends authorization for some Russia-related transactions.
Pretty sure that was all live on screen executed. Still looks very strong here. Buyers have entered the market. Beautiful. So now, you know, stuff like this, I'm scalping long, guys. 565. This is just driving out of that hole. Everybody jumped in. Everybody's piling in here. When we rip out of a sell-off like that, that's a failed breakdown, bouncing off of monthly VWAP. Be very careful fading that. I warned, Chuck. I warned. That was all momentum coming off a monthly VWAP like that. Too late. Too late, my warning. Was it? I went long around 895. Where did you fade? I pushed did the button. Yeah. See, these are the fades I get cooked on, JP. This can go up another 100 points from here. That was some serious buying. Nice, Libby. You buy the monthly band, you get in with me at that level. What was the trade? 850? We didn't hit monthly lower band. We hit monthly VWAP. Weekly lower band, got it. So that was pretty close. I started probably scaling in a little closer to that. If you guys go back and watch the stream. All right, so now we're approaching the upper band. I don't know that I want to short that kind of move, so I'm going to be patient. This is all momentum, guys. This is not what we want to see for a fade value or extreme short. Now, it could work out, sure. But this is not exactly the conditions I like for a fade value or extreme. Just rip roaring 100 points and then shorting it just because we're at the upper band. Like, calm down. Still no sellers. Calm down. Be humble. Sit down. I love this volatility, man. I hit like profit target in like all my accounts before I even came on stream. I mean, this is stuff to buy. Not short. Put my money where my mouth is. I expect us to test that IB high. Come on. Come on now. Shorts getting squeezed. All right, here's IB high. Let's break it. Break it. Come on. I have my stop at break even there. Well, we touched it to the tick. Probably should have gotten out there, but whatever. All right, let's see for the next opportunity. I still like long. For a move like that. Come on now. Ah. Anybody short IB high? That's it for me. Right here.
So just a reminder for users, next week we kick off earnings season again, starting with BlackRock on July 15th. Got JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citi on that day.
Buy it up, baby. Ah, what is this? What is this? Well, that just took all of my profits.
Trump on Truth Social says that as per letters sent to various nations yesterday, in addition to letters that will be sent today, tomorrow, the next short period of time, tariffs will start being paid on August 1st. There has been no change to this date, and there will be no change. In other words, all money due payable starting August 1st, no extensions will be granted. This is again Trump saying no extensions will be granted. Tariffs will be paid on.
Come on, go lower. Let's go to the bottom. Oh, took all my profits and I got them all back. Huge wick. Come on. Ah, you know what? This is a little tired of this. Come on.
It's keeping on the S&P 500. Did see a little bit of a move towards the downside, pretty whole lot, just for the back of Trump saying August 1st, tariff deadline won't.
All right, $1,000. Boom. Annoying as shit. As soon as I saw that flush, guys, I hit exit. And then I hit short, and then I saw that got bought up. I went long again. Now, I went from being up $700 to being flat to making $1,000, all within, I don't know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean, Trump can say something at any moment. Yeah, I don't know, JP. I really don't know. I have the highest quality streaming. It says we're at 14,440, 60 frames per second. I don't know how to make it clearer. Hey, Moath, bought my book from Saudi Arabia. I think that's awesome that you can buy my book in Saudi Arabia. I hope you're enjoying it. Is Trading View clear, or is it just the Trade of 8, JP? Yeah, I don't know. The recordings, JP, are off of YouTube, which is not Discord. YouTube is always clearer than the Discord because it's high def. So when you're watching the recordings, JP, it's always YouTube or Vimeo. It's an uploaded file. It's different. It's not a stream. You guys shouldn't really need to see the lower screens. There isn't much down here, Corey. I mean, it's just the daily chart and then some of the 30-minute. There isn't really anything down there that should make or break.
We have to have a video feed as well.
The only way I know how to make it clear for Discord is to just share my desktop. However, the problem with that is I can only share one screen, right? And I can't trade. I can't show Trading View and Tradeovate and have just by sharing my desktop. That's what's lost. Okay, I could try that. Let's see.
Also, right at the top of the app, we get the yield curve inflation expectations.
Like that.
Just keep an eye on the S&P 500 to see if that the move towards the downside here.
Okay. Okay. Can you see that? Haha, can you see that? That's take profit trader. Of course, Logger, thank you. I'm trying to figure out what works best for you guys without impairing my ability to see what I need to see and trade at the same time. So this works. This works fine. All right, sounds good, guys. Sounds like we have a bit of a solution for now, at least. Gold is down. I mean, gold can keep going down, down, down. All right, we're coming to a point of control at 3,300. That could be an interesting spot, but I mean, it's just bleeding out.
Even on the stock indexes here, the new stocks move lower. S&P 500 down 0.1%, Nasdaq down 0.1%, and Dow down 0.4%.
Gold is interesting here.
Decline down 2%. Again, on the report of the Prime Day spending. But with the Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day spending down 14% in early hours of 2024. Also about 5 minutes away until we're expected to hear from Trump participating in a cabinet meeting.
I do like gold here. If we can hold it above.
So reminder, at the top of the hour, we get the new Fed inflation expectations.
I don't know if you guys, I think I forgot to pull it over. I'll pull it over here, but I just smashed that trade on gold. Just bought down there. Thanks for the call out. $2,100 times 5. $700 away from funding these accounts again.
According to Xinhua, China wants to deepen cooperation with
$700.
China's premier.
I did it. I did it. These bad boys is funded again.
So less than a minute's going out, so we're expecting the new inflation expectations. It's a reminder with forecast will be 1-year inflation expectations.
All right. 3K, 5 accounts. IB extension fade. We're at the IB3. That's pretty extended for gold. Just looking for a scalp. Sized up, big size.
New inflations expectations.
Sorry, because it was on top step. I didn't switch it over. You didn't miss much, guys. I just bought like 15 contracts down here. It was holding. Scalped it for like 15 ticks just to put me over the edge. IB extension fade on gold.
3.2%. Also, Treasury sees cash balance rising to $500 billion by the end of July.
All right. Well, I'm happy to have funded XFAs again here. Hopefully I won't screw it up this time like I did the last time. I'm going to log myself out of these. Guess the copy trader is off. They're already starting to move them out of my account. I love how they do that so fast. Well, guys, I absolutely crushed it in about 90 minutes of trading.
Those will be sold July 10th, so it settled July 15th.
Looks like it's catching a bigger bounce there at that IB extension too. I want to thank Junior Chat Boy for calling out that gold trade. Beautiful. He said that we're holding 302 for about 15 minutes now. Like I pulled over, looked at it. I saw that we're at the IB3. We've been holding for about 20 minutes. Looks good for a scalp long to me. Grabbed it with size. Put me over the edge. Awesome.
We have posted out the Fed, New York Fed inflation expectation report on the feed for you to read through.
Some pretty serious rotations on NQ here, guys. We made a lower low by what? 10 points? Rallied right out of that. Powerful stuff. Back up to 22.9. Awesome, Solly. Base hits. Base hits. This looks strong again. Cleared out all the longs, sucked in all the shorts.
According to French diplomatic source, a robust Iran nuclear deal that guarantees European security interests must be concluded. Also, US Treasury says they do not expect to issue cash management bills to rebuild cash rebalance. So again, Treasury, US does not expect to issue cash management bills to rebuild cash balance.
Excellent. Magda, I do trade with the stream deck. I haven't been using it as much when I'm actually streaming. the irony of that, because I'm always moving stuff around and using my mouse. So I've been more of a point and click trader, which is very sad, but luckily I'm very fast. I'm able to do it. I play a lot of video games with my son. Makes me quick. Lots of Fortnite. Logger, thank you. I did my hair myself this morning. Maybe that's why. Logger says I'm having a great hair day. Yeah. I did it myself. Yeah, we traded really good. I'll do a recap here in about 20 minutes of all the accounts today, but I absolutely smashed today. Smashed. Ah, Sunni. And it's super low maintenance. Sunni says, somehow my hair always looks amazing. Looks the same every day, and it's super low maintenance. Libby. I'm going to teach you guys how to do this if it's the last thing I do. It's become my life's mission. Is to help whoever I can get a leg up on this thing we call trading. I haven't bought shampoo in 20 years, easily. I started shaving my head when I was like in my 20s. All right, Texas says I caught the NQ return of value to VWAP on my practice account from UK. Nice. Great trade. Yeah, I use the razor. Good old Mach 3. You wouldn't believe how fast I can do it, too. I'm like, done. 2 minutes. After 20 years, you get good at things, you know? Awesome, Jody. Good work, man. Glad you had a good day. So it looks like we're breaking and holding levels still. You know, maybe we could hold VWAP here and go back up to upper band. Swag, not uncommon, man. I would say like 3 years is kind of like the average. Nobody likes to hear that, right? How long did it take you to become profitable? Everyone wants to hear like, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months. Yeah, guys, years. I talk about this quite a bit. My first year, I lost money. I lost a lot of money. My second year, I lost money. Not as much. My third year, I broke even. By year 4, I was starting to make money. But this was also before prop firms. Way different scenario. I think, yeah, exactly, Jody. I think prop firms have accelerated the game for a lot of traders. I think they're wonderful. You guys are very lucky to have prop firms to learn with. I know it seems annoying that you keep paying fees for blown accounts and shit, but I'm telling you right now, paying those fees is a drop in the bucket for what you could potentially lose in a live account. Anybody that shit talks prop firms is an idiot, I think. Yeah, it's looking long to me. If we can hold this level here at VWAP. Now, this is also the point of control. If we can break and hold above point of control, we can go to upper band or 2350. They're not making it easy for anybody though. Oh yeah, I see that. Yep. Well, if we could break and hold above, so we're at point of control, weekly VWAP and session VWAP. Not uncommon to see some chop here. So let's see if we can break to one side or the other. What's annoying is that when it does this here too, is it can break to the upside trap and then tank. And then it can tank, suck in shorts and rip. Loves to do that when we're at these spots. But I think overarchingly, cumulative delta not convincing yet, but we do have some buyers on the tape here. So guys, I'm trying to get my hands on some evaluation accounts that I can give away from Top One. Funded Next contacted me about giving me accounts that I can give away to the community. So that'll be fun. Hopefully that will be later this week. Yeah. Apparently I'm catching some attention, which is cool. The videos, the content I've been putting together. I think they feel like it's, you know, a little more professional than some of the stuff we see out there, unfortunately. They're looking to align with some more professional brands. You see these guys like Patrick Wheeland, you know, the guy's clearly unhinged, doing crazy stuff. Yeah, the bar is incredibly low. This is true, Zalos. I would agree with you. All you need is a computer and a camera. I saw that, Andy, for a lot of money. That guy has made obscene amounts of money, though. Obscene. He is a tool. I agree. I have him blocked on social media, not because of any other instance besides I was sick of having his content show up in my feed. I was like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to see it. Not interested. He was getting like $300,000 payouts, affiliates. The reason Top Step dropped him is because he was trading combines and lying and saying that they were funded accounts and he was getting payouts when he was actually just failing them. So when they realized he was lying on stream, they had to cut ties with him. Not not the circle I would want to affiliate myself with.
So Treasury official cap and 410 instead is close.
We've been waiting for that reversal. Oh man, it went lower, huh? Look at that. That looks like I don't know, it's just kind of bleeding, guys. Next level would probably I would look at.
Bitbits 452 bills total $2.9 billion.
Yeah, this is an interesting level. Sub 300, 297. Yeah. Can go as low as 93. That would be IB4. We're at point of control from Monday, June 30th. Oh, trades by Matt. Is that what you're talking about? Smart Crasher Smith? Could get a little reversal on gold there. That's already quite a bounce already there. And getting some nice range on those candles. Does look heavy. We are at the bottom of this distribution though, mind you, right? So we have this range kind of like right here. So couldn't really get past point of control yet. This, 910. This 910 to like 9. Two. That's kind of like our value. It's our highest volume right there. So does look like we're breaking away from it. But now we're at this low volume node still again, right? We're at point of control in the session. Value area low is at 84. This is just seemingly a chop fest. So good market to scalp. Victor, I like Ninja Trader or Tradeovate, same company. Where are you located? So this will kind of be the next spot. If you're short, look at that. Nice selling. Oh, you're in St. Augustine. Not far from me. I'm in Jupiter. I went to St. Augustine for Christmas this last year for the Festival of Lights. It was awesome. We had such a nice time. I was thinking Orlando, Carlos, would be like a good spot to do a meetup. You have like nice lower cost hotels so everybody doesn't have to break the bank. There's lots to do, lots of restaurants. Easy place to fly into. If anybody wanted to fly in, kind of centralized for anybody in Florida.
By a high rate, 3.94%. Private cover 3.22%. Excuse me, 3.22.
Maybe, yeah. Well, if you're coming from Europe, it's not cheap. Is that in euros or US dollars? Yeah. Down we go. Nice. The Waldorf Astoria in Orlando has a steak restaurant called the Bull and the Bear in it. And if you trade, you have to go to the steakhouse. It's like totally Wall Street out. It's so cool. It's expensive, obviously. It's a steakhouse. It's really nice. But the Waldorf Astoria or Orlando, the Bull and the Bear Steakhouse. Must go if you're ever in Orlando. Blair, what happened? The one at 9:45? Yeah, I was long for that too, unfortunately. But there's been a couple of crazy flushes, actually. Yeah, that's what I said, 10:45. Yep, this one right here. I was caught in that one too. I think a lot of us got caught in that one. Nice, Eric. 275 across 14 funded accounts. Yep, base hits, brother. Keep it going. Still looks very weak. I don't know how long, well, yeah, I think I went there in 2020 or 2021. I went there. It was the first time I went. It's awesome. It's you have to make a reservation. It's always crowded. It's so cool. Hey, everybody starts with the first one, man. Everybody starts with passing your first combine. And then I hate to break it to you, but everybody usually blows their first funded account. So that's what you have to look forward to. It's not necessary, but it's extremely common. Buy a straight to fund. You blow that one too. No, Blair. I mean, that's the nature of the markets. You know, Trump opens his mouth. That can happen, especially when we trade things like NQ. Didn't happen as bad on ES, you know. But long at 850 again. I don't know. This looks particularly bearish to me. This sell-off. It is a strong level. I would wait for the break and reclaim personally. Since we've already tested it 3 times, this would be the 3rd time. I would make sure it proves itself to hold again. Because every time it tests a level, it makes it weaker. It's not stronger because it tested it 3 times. It's weaker because it tested it 3 times. The more times it tests the level, the weaker it gets. Because if you think about it, all the orders that are at that level are getting eaten into. No. I mean, once it touches more than once or twice, obviously it's proven itself to be a level, but it doesn't make it stronger. I don't think. We knew it was a powerful level long before it touched it to powerful level. So if they're just waiting for it to test it multiple times to prove it's a powerful level, they've already missed a bulk of the best trades. Now, obviously, once it's proven to others, they're going to continue buying this level. But that's how you eventually, you get caught holding the bag. Yeah, Victor, I would say start with something small, low risk. Newer traders tend to go through a lot of combines, or if you can trade prop, I wouldn't start with a cash account, to be honest. I would start with prop firms and start with a small one for like $50. And if you could trade that one successfully, then you could start copy trading and then eventually start opening a cash account. But I would not start with a cash account if you don't have to. The likelihood of you losing money is very high. Trading is risky. It's hard. Takes time to get good. And think not months, but years. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's see. So the lower band, I mean, it's not a terrible trade location, but we have this distribution that's much wider. So there's a lot of room between here and here. And this is my concern for trading lower band. Black ice, I think that's a great plan. Keep yourself disciplined. You don't need to blow through a ton of money learning how to trade. I did, but you don't have to do what I did. Losing tons of money is not necessary. It's optional. Well, Chuck, I don't want to rub it in, but I need to go through a little recap of my trading today here. So, All right, so this is the top steps. They already removed 2 of them. But I hit almost 3K times 5 and funded all 5 of these 150K bad boys. So these are going to be XFAs starting tomorrow. Crushed it. Top 1.
So 52 equal auction high rate for 3 spot.
Hit my profit target of 750.
3 spot 2-3 for the US selling $53 billion of 52-week bills and awarding 32 spot 25% of bids.
And I haven't taken a L in this account ever. So here's July, June, May. So I've been trading this account since May 27th. Pretty much every day. And I got to get up to 165K in my balance. So it's at 163. So I got to do another like 1,800 bucks in here. Or 2K. Another 2K to get my 3rd payout in this account. Never quite got to 150, did it? 154, you had to front run it. If you wanted that, take that trade. All right, let's look at Trade of 8. Okay, this is my cash account. Nothing crazy here. We got 4 trades, 8 contracts, $512 after commissions. That's cash already transferred to my account. And last but not least, Take Profit Trader.
Person is it planning to visit Japan next week for Expo? So again, person is
Take Profit Trader.
Next week for Expo. Further detail into this then. Person is planning to visit Japan next week for the
1,000 bucks.
For Expo.
A lot of trades. I was up, I was down, I was flat, I was down, I was up. I finished the day up 1,000 bucks. I was quite nimble on my feet today.
Expo in July 19th. So this visit would come after Trump sent an announcement Monday stating his intention to raise tariffs on all Japanese imports to 25%.
So let's do some math.
First, slightly higher than the 24% rate initially announced.
We got top step. That was 2,700 bucks times 5. Top 1, 750. Live. That was like 512. Take Profit Trader. 1,025. Is that it? Am I missing anything? I think that's everything. Who wants to do all that math? Nice, Libby. Not bad. Come on, Crash. With your cut, it's a good possibility to become profitable. I think so. I know the feeling, Blair. I just blew 5 XFAs that I spent 2 weeks getting, and I spent $1,500 on that I blew on day 2, being a knucklehead. So I hear you. I hear you 100%. All right, market's definitely slowing down a bit here. $15,787, give or take. Gregory, I would say, depending on the account, it really varies based on what I'm given on the chart, what I think I can pull out of it. How did I blow it, guys? How did I blow it? I'm trying to remember. I've put it into my, yeah, I was caught short, which is generally the case when I get blown out. What day was that? It's probably one of these days. Probably Tuesday. No, it was a Friday, wasn't it? I recall it being a Friday. Day before the 4th. Okay, so it probably felt like a. So that was July 3rd. This day. This wonderful day. I was short. I got destroyed. I don't even think I had that many minis. I think I had like maybe 2 or 3, which is, a lot, but it's not like I had like 10. And it was before, yep, sucked. So, and that's bad habits, Tamara, sneaking back in. I have a background before trading futures and shorting small caps. That's what I did. All I did was short stuff like this. But it doesn't work that way in futures. And even then, I would get caught off sides short in small caps too. I don't know. It's just something about my brain that loves to short big moves to the upside, right? I hate the idea of chasing it. So I want to short it. And I want to be involved, right? It's a character defect that I'm always working on all the time. If I am going to take a short on a strong day, there's 2 things I need to wait for. I need to wait for it, 1, to build a distribution so I can clearly short the top of it and know when I'm wrong, right? And usually by the time it's forming a significant distribution, it's probably done running, at least for a while. The second is, IB extensions on the equities are also good spots. Right? So I got to be patient for these trade locations. Same day, E-mini trader took the same loss. Yeah, so, I share the losses too, guys. Like, today was a good day, but obviously last week I had a really shitty day. I worked on those XFAs for 2 weeks, got them funded. I had 5 150K XFAs. I was on day 2 in them. Day 1 was profitable, and I blew it. I was stubborn, and I blew it. Gregory said, can I talk about prop firm parameters being vague and how their criteria works for challenge? I don't think some of these firms, I don't think their parameters are that vague. Some are, some aren't. Top Step is as easy as it gets. So Top Step, simple, 1 rule, just don't blow the account, you're good. Top One has some nuances, like you have to trade for 10 days, unless you buy the thing that lets you get paid out anytime. You have to hold your trades for over 10 seconds. which generally is not a problem. Even me, I trade really fast. And I generally, my trades don't last less than 10 seconds. So I'm trying to hold for at least a minute or two. So that's generally not a problem. Even for fast traders, 10 seconds is really, really fast. A lot of your trades shouldn't be that fast. I've gotten better at trying to get long on these days, but you know, it only takes one bad day, guys, right? Like you saw me going long on strength, right? I wasn't trying to fade it today. And I still got caught with that flush. But like you know, it takes one day to just be I got caught in that flush and then I flipped. I got right back into the short side. And I scalped it real fast, that volatility. No, I never worked in the pit on Wall Street. No, I'm not that old. Come on now. I guess I would be around the age that I could have been a young guy on in the pit. But even then, the pit was, you know, already coming to its end in the early 2000s. And I was in my 20s. So, no, regular retail trading background. I've had a lot of success. I've worked with a lot of great traders. I've been in it for a long time. I started day trading in 2010 at a prop firm. I didn't make any money, but I learned a lot. And I knew I found something that I want to do. I have a background in marketing and public relations. I started a company and I sold that company for a lot of money, multiple seven figures. And that afforded me the ability to focus on nothing but trading and learning how to trade. Thank you, Josh. I do come from a finance background in my family. My father was on Wall Street. He wasn't a pit trader. He worked for Smith Barney. He sold municipal bonds as to institutional traders. So he was on the municipal bond desk, trading bonds to institutions directly, not on an exchange. And my brother is a new NYU Stern finance MBA, and he works at a hedge fund. And he specializes in interest rate products like treasury bonds, strategies using treasury bonds. No, Solomon Smith Barney was bought by Citigroup and they phased out the name. But Solomon Brothers, before they were merged with Smith Barney, was one of the largest bond traders on Wall Street at the time in the 80s. So I grew up in a Wall Street house. I'm from New York, grew up right outside New York City. Father was on Wall Street, so I grew up around it. Yeah, my family has been a huge support, especially with my book. You know, my father's been retired since he was 55 years old. He made a lot of money and he retired very young, 55. He's now almost 80. He hasn't worked in 25 years. He's not a trader anymore. He invests and he invested very wisely over the years. Right, Libby, and think about it. So Libby's saying, I heard you saying that your short often caught you. All the big losses I had in ES are shorts. Right? I mean, think about the market we've been. Look at this daily chart. All right, let me remove this. All right, look at this daily chart. I mean, is this a market you want to short, really? You know, this was the, back in April, February to April, that was the time to be short. This is the time to be long. So, you know, in this market, we're looking to buy the dips. This market, we're shorting the pops. For those of you that have been in the Discord for a while, I mean, we watched this test, this test, this test. I mean, this was holding lower band on VWAP for a month on the yearly VWAP. I will be right back. So we've been essentially in a balanced market since we started. A better way to visualize it might be to you know, maybe we drop a, all right, so this is kind of all excess, excess, excess price, excess price, excess, excess. Right, the real trades have been here. Now this makes good scalping, both when we break to the downside and then out of the hole, right? It's good scalping material for the reversals, and then scalping directionally like this. Nice, finally, you know, that was the spot. The 3x, huh? We did hit it, huh? Let's go back over here. Oh, pretty close. It's probably like the 3.5. Oh, I'm talking about the 4x. I get you. All right, guys, as we head into the last 10 minutes here, I'd be happy to answer any questions if anybody has any questions. Thanks, Moth. Appreciate you buying the book. There were a lot of plays, Gregory. So Man, where do I start? I do a market recap in the Discord too. If you're, make sure you're in the Discord. I generally don't use Renko, no. If you're going to use anything, maybe Heikinashi would be better, but not so much Renko. I think it's too delayed to get good entries for scalping and order flow type trades. Okay, so we had fade value area extremes long. You had some nice VWAP scalping. Advanced playbook, another value area extreme long. This was kind of a price discovery continuation trade. It's coming off of IB mid, but definitely a couple of decent ones. Off lower band. IB, this was not set yet. IB got set around here. You got a kind of a return to value breakout trade, which I traded live on stream. I was taking this long. The momentum was really strong. We got a break of VWAP, backtest long. We had a fade value area extreme. So upper band, IB high. This was where the flush happened. This could have been a fade value area extreme if you caught it. Another fade value area extreme, IB low. Another return to value. Short off of VWAP for a scalp. This looks to me like a VWAP trap. All right, we broke above VWAP, traded in a narrow range above it, and then dropped it below it. Break, back test. All of the best longs, guys, were not at the lower band, right? And you have to look at the volume profile to see that. We had a lot of excess fleshing out this distribution. But we did get a nice return to value here. And right to VWAP to the tick there. So some good trades. Yeah, Heikinashi lags too, but not as badly as Renko. I don't use either. I mean, I'm using just regular candlesticks. Victor, you know, you're probably relatively new. You know, I think it just takes time. Study up. Are you in the Discord? Go through the videos, watch previous live streams. There's a free trial for the group. All right, you get a free trial here. There's a ton of content in the free trial. I would recommend going through the videos and some old live streams. You know, you'll be able to follow. You know, you're not. It's all new, right? So it's hard to follow something that's new. You need to spend some time. Thank you, Libby. Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna go have lunch and work on some content. Greg says, when plotting your volume profile like the one you did right now, are you setting it from the session open? Yes. I do not trade Asia or London, no. But the levels would still be the same. So this is a session volume profile. You can use this for Asia and London. And then we also look at yesterday's. Gregory, I also recommend if you're not in the free trial, check out. There's a lot of course in there. There's a lot of content to go through. So this is the entire session. And then for the execution chart, I do drop the volume profile at the open. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you, Carlos. Yes, appreciate all of your support, guys, really. And I love working with you guys. I really do. It's I find it rewarding, and it's really nice to be a part of this community as well. So everybody have a wonderful day. If you're going to keep trading, manage your risk, stay sharp. If you're in the premium Discord, you can head on over to the trading lounge. All right, you have the opportunity to share your mic, share your screens, collaborate with the other traders that are trading this system. So nice perk of being in the premium Discord. So go take advantage of that if you're going to keep trading. All right. Yeah, the strategy works for Asia. Absolutely, Gregory. Yep, no problem, Asia. It's a little harder, I think. I think regular trading hours on US stocks are better during regular trading hours. But if you're going to trade Asia, I would probably look at gold or other markets that move a little better during Globex. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have group coaching on Thursday at 12:30 p.m. after the stream. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow.